everyone, welcome to Enchanted Potion Jar, Portland District Library's latest middles art project. My name is Eileen and I'm going to be taking you through our step-by-step instructions for today's project. So this month we are going to be making a Halloween themed sensory bottle to get us in the spooky season mood. You should have already picked up your Take-and-Make bag here at the library. That is going to have almost everything you need to complete today's project. In just a few minutes, I'm going to go over what's inside your Take-and-Make bag. I'm going to talk about a few things that you'll need from home, and then we'll get started with our step-by-step instructions. All right, who is ready to create their Enchanted Potion Jar? Let's get started. All right, everybody, so the first thing that we're gonna do is go over what's in your Take-and-Make bag. So I've emptied mine out on my table in front of me. What you're gonna have is you're gonna have an empty plastic bottle that has a black lid. Yours is gonna have plastic wrap around it. You can go ahead and take that off. Then you're gonna have two of these little containers. They both have tape on them, and that's just to make sure that they don't pop open in your Take-and-Make bag. We want to make sure all our supplies are in good condition when we get them home to start working on our project. So one of them is going to have green chunky glitter, and the other has some orange, like they look like beads, but they're actually Orbeez. So in just a few minutes, we're actually going to grow those to be bigger. And then the last thing in your bag is a whole collection of little acrylic objects. And they're all Halloween themed, so everybody's gonna have a different number of them, but you should have at least one pumpkin, a skull head, a ghost, some witches' hats, and then some little bones. And those are just to add some little fun to our sensory bottles. So I've got some good news, bad news. So the good news is that once this project is all put together, it's really fun, and you can utilize it or use it for weeks to come to celebrate Halloween coming up. And the bad news is that we have one step that you have to do ahead of time, and then you're gonna have to wait to put your whole bottle together. So the first thing that you're gonna need from home today to finish the project is a cup of water. So I have a plastic cup. I filled it up about 2/3 of the way full with just cold water. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the little cup that has the orange Orbeez, and we're gonna open it up. So we're gonna take the tape off, and we're gonna dump the orange Orbeez into the water. And they should sink right to the bottom. As they start to absorb the water and grow, they'll start to float a little bit. Now, this is what I mentioned earlier. The bad news is it takes 3 to 4 hours for the Orbeez to grow. And I don't recommend starting to put your bottle together until your Orbeez are completely grown with the water. So go ahead and let those sit for 3 to 4 hours at least. I let mine sit overnight and nothing bad happened. They don't get really any bigger once they're at their full size. So I let mine sit overnight, but you'll have to do at least 3 to 4 hours, and then you can come back to our video and finish putting together your Enchanted Potion Jar. Now, for the purposes of filming, I already grew out my Orbeez, so I'm gonna switch out the grown Orbeez cup for the one that I just put together to show you for the video. And now it's kind of up to you how you want to put things together. I'm going to use everything that was in the Take-and-Make bag. You don't have to if you don't want to. Like if for some reason you don't want the glitter, you don't have to use the glitter. If you don't want to put all your objects in there, you don't have to. But what I'm going to start with is by putting all of my little objects, my acrylic objects, into my bottle. So I put all my bones in there, my little ghost, my skull head, my witch's hats, and then I have 2 pumpkins for mine. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the glitter and I'm gonna put the glitter in the bottle. So I'm just gonna very carefully pour the glitter in. All right, and then the last thing I'm gonna do do is pour my cup of Orbeez, my orange Orbeez in there. And I might have to put more water in once I'm all done, but first I'm just gonna see how full my bottle looks once I pour these in. And you might want some help with this step. I am just pouring them from the cup very carefully. These are pretty bouncy if they escape. So if you need some help from an adult or an older sibling in your house, make sure to ask for some help with this step. Ooh. See, and look, I'm making a mess too. All right, I'm gonna have to chase after those few that escaped. And so far everything, the glitter, some of the glitter kind of floated to the top, and then I got all my heavy objects and a majority of the glitter at the bottom. Now, I don't know if you can see on video, but my water line is only about, I would say a little over halfway. So what I'm gonna do is go to the sink and fill up the rest of my bottle. So once I've done that, I'm gonna put my lid on and then I'll be back to show you the final product. So I went ahead and filled up the rest of my bottle with water. And now I'm just having a lot of fun shaking it around, watching the glitter. You can see all my little objects inside popping up. So I am super happy with how this turned out. I hope you had fun with the project today. And I would love to see any videos or pictures of you completing your Enchanted Potion Jar. We always love to get updates from our patrons and how their projects turned out. If you have any questions or any photos to send along, please feel free to email us at the email address going across the screen now. And we'll see you all next time for another Middles art project.